Okay, so before I get started on today's reading, I wanted to go ahead and ask you guys, if you haven't yet voted on the decks that I'm going to give away on the 20th through the 25th, the 5-day giveaway, please go do so. On Saturday, I'm closing that, and on Monday, I'm going to send a video showing the decks that I have that are going to be in the giveaway and how to enter in that and all that kind of information, okay? So if you don't mind, would you please, because all of the 5 decks that I put on there are, some of them are like really close, like 3 of them in particular are just back to back. So I'm only going to choose the top 3 because I already have 2 other decks to give away. So if you haven't done that, please go do that. And I so much appreciate y'all. And then more on that will be on a video I post on hopefully Monday, Tuesday. I'm going to give myself a little bit of time there. Hopefully Monday. So be looking out for that. Okay, guys. So moving forward, we're going to just kind of do an original here. How are they currently feeling? And then we'll also take a look into future energies as well. I'll get message cards, just all the good stuff. It's just kind of like an energy check-in, I guess. And 3 piles here to choose from. The first pile here is the Ethereal Visions Tarot. Pile 2 is the Illuminati Tarot, and I haven't used this one, I don't think, yet on a video. And then this one here is the Mystical Moments Tarot. So that's it. How is your person currently feeling and future energies, plus message cards and advice. Pile 1, Pile 2, Pile 3. Timestamps will be down below, and I'll see you at your pile. Hey, Pile 1. So if you chose the Ethereal Visions Tarot, this is going to be your reading. So I'm going to actually pull a few oracles to start because I'm really kind of excited to use these. It's been a while since I've used these. These were some of my very first oracles I ever bought. And sometimes I forget about them, and it's a shame because they're awesome. They're called the Fairy Wisdom Oracles by Nancy Brown. The artwork is Amy Brown. And then they come with the book, so they have a keyword at the bottom. And if you open the book, it will give you more information about that word. So I'm not going to read from the book, but I am going to look and see what the words that they have in there are. Okay. Pile 1. What can you tell us about Pile 1's energy towards their person? What is Pile 1's energy? Oh, that was fast. Forget Me Not, number 6. Okay, so now let's get a card for your person. Pile 1's person. What's their... Well, that was kind of... Okay, so we have number 63, Human Myth. Interesting. Okay. I say that so much. There's so many things in these videos that I repeat, that I say all the time. I don't even realize it. Like interesting. Some words you just get stuck in your head, you know? That's the thing here about this connection. That's why it's coming up. I think that you and this person, I think the two of you just are stuck in each other's head. Whether you're with this person now or you're not with this person, there's distance here. The two of you are consecutively in each other's mind space. All this purple is like this royal purple color. It's recognition of the royalty, color purple. It reminds me that you and this person see each other in a very high view or high light. There's a lot of things about each other here that are significant, that you like, that you carry as a high value. And then also the crown chakra. So it's like the two of you have this, like you're stuck in each other's head. This is what I'm feeling. You're just interesting. You're very interesting to this person. You're in very different kind of energies. It's so crazy because I feel like you're so connected, but these are just so different. You're someone who's currently in a place to where you're kind of juggling, I think, 2 different kind of areas of your life here in some kind of way. And you're not really focused on one or the other. You're more focused on yourself and what direction you should take moving forward. But there's two different aspects to your life, or areas in your life, that you're still kind of, you feel like you're just in this place of where you're just trying to work on yourself, and you're not focused solely on one or solely on the other, but you're just trying to focus on yourself. So these could also be situations. So a situation that you have here and a situation you have there, that kind of thing, like different areas. There's two things, big, significant things in your life. It could be work and home, you know, it's just something like that. There's two different, like almost two different kind of lives in a way that you're kind of leading to some aspect, but you're not focused on either one of those too much. I mean, they're there, but you're not focused on them. You're focused on yourself, and you're focused on your own shadow parts within yourself, I think, that are coming up. So the number 6, which is here twice, is about healing. And there's also a 3, which is representing, I feel like, growth and also activation. And activation is important because this is what I'm feeling as far as y'all's connecting energy goes. I have to say, for some of y'all that you are no longer in connection with this person, or you haven't been for quite some time, it may just be like the holiday season. But this is a timeless reading. But there's just some kind of significance on it being kind of, you're in their mind space a lot right now. But that's for both people, you see. You are in a place to where you are in this place of harmony. I think that you're in this place of peace right now. And maybe that's why you're trying to stay grounded and focused on yourself. But this forget-me-not kind of says what's underlining all that. You may start to have some, oh gosh, this is a future energy. You may actually start to have some sort of forget-me-not kind of fear that's coming into play here for you about either this person forgetting you or this person forgetting about you in some kind of way. Y'all have some kind of fear. Guys, this is that abandonment wound coming up again, okay? And yeah, I do feel like that this is something that y'all have focused on for a while, or y'all have thought that maybe it was gone, or you've kind of gotten rid of this. It's coming up again. This is coming up again, this forget-me-not kind of space. So that fear of this person abandoning you or this person forgetting about you in some kind of way is starting to it's starting to come into your consciousness, okay? And you're trying not to focus on it because you know it's there, don't you? That's what I'm seeing here with this card. So this over here, that's coming up for a reason. That's something that you need to address, okay? It's okay if you feel like something coming up and you just feel like you're in a good place of peace and you don't want to kind of go there to that direction. You don't want to kind of even disturb the peace in that kind of sense in your mind space. But you can't sit there for too long because it's not going to go anywhere. It will keep resurfacing. And the need to heal that wound is something that's going to be more of a self-awareness thing instead of just I can heal this and it will be done and over with kind of thing. So you need to allow yourself to let it rise in you and show yourself compassion for that wound that you're carrying there, because it's very, very deep and it makes you into who you are. And it's something that you can draw a lot of respect for yourself and where you are in life associated with that wound as well. Don't look at it as just a negative thing that's a part of you. It's actually something inside of you that makes you who you are. And it's something to be cherished. You just have to have the self-awareness of it being there, so you know when you are making decisions or taking action off of impulse with that wound instead of what's for your best interest. You have the ability to balance that. Okay? I know that was really deep, guys. I hope you stayed with me there. I feel like I got a headache from that. not gonna lie. That was somebody's message, and you needed to hear that. You needed to have that reassurance. Okay, your person. I'm laughing because your person has got this, the human myth. Your person is in a place to where they are staying very focused as well. But I think it's actually a little bit more of how people are seeing them on the outside than it is of how they feel about themselves. That doesn't mean that they're not staying focused in a way of where they're currently working on themselves. It just means that the purposes of that are more exterior in how it looks looking in instead of looking out. There may be a little bit of denial behind that. This person's also kind of in a place to where they are trying to distract themselves from you just a little bit. They're staying kind of more in their, trying to stay more into their, they're trying to educate themselves here about what they don't feel like is, this person's going against the impossible in their life. There's someone that is basically whatever stigma is around this person in their life is something that they are trying to change. This person's trying to change their whole generational, I don't know why I want to say the word gap. It's like there's a gap where they're, okay, so it's kind of like in a generational line. It's something that they're focused on. Guys, this is a higher these have been coming out a lot in my readings, these more spiritual type readings, but this is what this is. This is like, because it's all solely focused on evolving and learning and wounds. All relationships are, but this is something, this is a generational gap that this person is trying to focus on. Now that's a higher view of that. Now down below, it could be more like in the 3D world, this person's trying to change their life significantly. And they're trying to stay solely focused on that. The myth that they possibly even wouldn't accomplish something here, something that they're trying to stay focused on that. The higher part of that is now that ancestral line, and the way I'm feeling about that, it's like this. It's like, let's just say your family's like a teammate, or a teammate. Your family are all teammates and you're all part of a team, right? And every generation, you've been a certain kind of way, right? Somebody along the line dropped the ball. And whatever they did caused you to start not winning so much, okay? And this person in this lifetime is this kind of, like they have that new person on their team that they're seeing as that golden ticket. You know what I mean? This is like this person's ancestral kind of breakage that I'm seeing here. And something about connecting with you, I feel like, is really purposeful when it comes to that. You both have the number 6 here, and I'm pretty sure that has to do with healing. But it could also have to, I mean, that is the number of cooperation, improving oneself, finding peace. I think that you give this person a sense of peace or sense of relief. I'm going to be honest with you guys. If you're connecting with this person, you do give this person a lot of sense of a lot of stuff. There's a lot of, it's emotional, but it's all associated with relief. Like a sense of calmness, a sense of structure. hope. A lack of fear in a way. It's kind of like when you have a friend, and as long as you have, that one person that you can call that will be there for you no matter what, that person, and that sense of security it kind of gives you, that sense of calmness and harmony it kind of gives you, knowing that that person is there, is kind of what this is for me. Which is also kind of attached, oddly enough, to an abandonment wound, because having a sense of relief that you have someone that can be that person for you, it gives you that kind of feeling, like that relaxation kind of feeling of where you don't have to be fearful. You don't have to really kind of solely focus on anything without, it's like you're, what's the word I'm looking for? Dang it, it just won't come out, guys. It's like always having some kind of backup plan. You always know that that's there. If this doesn't work, I always have that thing. I always have that. If I can't make it here, I know this person will come pick me up. I know if this is that. There's this sense of security that's there that you kind of give to this person in some kind of way, which oddly enough, the abandonment part of that is that this person could have had their sense of security snatched from them in some kind of way. And that's where they hold on to that kind of abandonment there. Which brings me back to this person seeing this outside, how they seem from the outside in instead of the inside out. So interesting. I'm going to get connecting energy card, and then we're going to go on to see what these keywords are here. Connecting energies. There's something else I meant to say, and now I don't remember what that was. I didn't necessarily talk about how you're seeing this person. And one of the reasons I didn't is because I think that you're trying not to, it's not that you're not trying to think about this person. I think that you're trying not to get too far into your head, or you're just trying to not, I'm going to tell you, this abandonment here, forget me not, is seeping up. And I think intuitively you kind of are picking up on your awareness of that. And it's making you to kind of not be solely focused on this person right now, or trying to not think about them. If you're not with this person, you've been in that energy of trying to not think about them. It's so funny, because if you're with this person, you're trying to not think about them, even though you are. And if you're not with this person, you're desperately trying not to think about them so you can move forward, but you still are, because you're trying not to. It's kind of funny, isn't it? It's kind of funny. Look at that. Transformation, the number 26. So, lo and behold, we have 666 here, which is actually not a negative number, by the way. Like, it has a bad reputation. It's not a negative number. This A Long Way Home, number 35, is also important. We'll talk about that too. So 666 is actually the number of spirituality and reconnecting yourself with your spirituality. And I think that that's really significant here in this connection, because I think that's something that this connection provides for the both of you, especially with transformation being here. And she's literally pressing that button, which is a moth or a butterfly. I'm pretty sure that's a moth, which is bringing up again that healing wound, right? The shadow aspects of yourself. And almost an appreciation of that. A new, profound kind of appreciation of that is something that the two of you are kind of feeling about this connection that you may not be fully aware of. Do you see how she's pressing on the button, the shadow button, and she's looking directly at you? That's because that shadow work's coming. It's creeping up on you there. That's kind of funny. Okay, so let's see. Forget me not, number 6. The key word here is departures. As you move along your path in life, there may be experiences and people that you leave along the way. No matter what sorrow this may bring, always look for the gift that they have given you. There is a gift within everything that comes your way, and it's up to you to allow this gift to be recognized for what it is. There you go, guys. That's the abandonment. That's the abandonment wound that you're holding on to. You could be someone that has lost people along the way to some way, shape, or form. And that's something that you have a deep wound with that still affects you in some kind of way. And learning how to adapt to that wound, learning how to acknowledge that wound's there and have self-awareness with it, and learning how to not let it affect your life and who you are as a person is something that's going on here for you, okay? And it's coming up. It's on its way. If it's in the elevator and it's 10 floors, it's probably about to the 7th by now, guys. Okay? So number 63, human myth, connection. This dragon fairy is reading about the human myth. She is sure that we do exist, but sometimes she needs a little reassurance to keep her faith going. She knows that spirit exists as she is very conscious of her connection to nature and creation. Yeah, guys, this is your person and what I was talking about you giving them that kind of security. It's a part of security within themselves as well. Okay, so number 35. 3 is growing, 5 is changing or losing things, which is all what's happening here with transformation. A long way home. And you notice there's an anchor here. And now, hot air balloons don't move very fast. I mean, I have been in one before. It's been a while, but they don't seem, they can like kind of float, you know, like move at a slower rate than some other things. And you see that this is a solid foundation. This isn't just a foundation. This is a palace that's here. Very, very solid foundation. Palaces, it's something that stays for a long period of time. Holds a lot of value, which is something I mentioned in the beginning of your reading. Then you have this elephant here, which elephants, they don't what? They never forget. Elephants never forget. And you have forget-me-not. So how weird is that? There's an idea that this connection is something that brings stability and is something that for some of you may not quite be anchored. It's something that kind of floats, never really fully finds its bearings, but it's definitely something that is to be valued and is something that you'll never forget. Okay. Well, I went way deeper than what I was anticipating. Way deeper on that than what I was wanting. Guys, I don't know what it is lately. I've just been really, I don't know what it is lately. I've just been really up there, okay? It's just been really up there. So these readings are coming across lately as they're very channeled. Okay, so let's get some tarot and see what tarot has to say. Well, we have the 6 of Swords in reverse, another 6. No surprise there. See if the Lovers comes up. I was fixing to say that's crazy. No, but we have Empress energy here. And this is about birthing something new into the world, into life. So this is something that I think that the both of you are kind of going through individually. But it could just be, this is just a call for transformation within each of you. Okay, so tell me more. How's this person feeling towards pile 1? Came right out. The King of Wands in reverse. So this is that, what I described here with your person. Someone that's trying to stay, wow. This is someone that's trying to stay out of alignment with you and more in alignment with themselves. This is someone that's trying to, and it's funny because of what I read for them, someone that's trying to not think about you. And I know that sounds bad. Okay. Ouch. Sorry, guys. I have kittens everywhere right now, unfortunately. And this is snow cone, snow cone, snow cone, snow cone, snow cone. You say hi? This is snow cone. And my 6-year-old named this one. And yeah, they're not old enough to find new homes yet, so they're just everywhere. So there you go. We have Aries energy here as well. And their claws hurt, by the way, when they crawl up my legs. Okay, what else can you tell us? I'm going to go ahead and get all the cards out before I just keep on talking. Try to anyway. How's pile 1's person feeling about pile 1? Woo! King of Cups. Got 2 kings out, guys. Pile 1's person feeling about pile 1. The Hanged Man in reverse. Uh-oh. This person's kind of... fighting with themselves a little bit. We have the Queen of Pentacles here, the Wheel of Fortune, and the Ace of Cups. Well, you can't make that up. You cannot make that up. I'm actually going to leave all these out. I'm just going to scoot these over a little bit. So you have... This person doesn't know... This person does not know how to feel about you. And to be honest with you, I think this person is trying to not. They can't seem to find a different kind of perspective of how to see things when it comes to you. But they are definitely looking at you in this King of Cups space and not so much this King of Wands. This is someone that's trying not to think about this. But they are. Just like you, remember? You see this King of Cups? Do you see the way that he's looking directly over here? Queen of Pentacles, Wheel of Fortune, Ace of Cups. Well, this is love. This is a brand new relationship or a brand new kind of offer, or this is the Ace of Cups. This is the ace of the emotions. Then the Wheel of Fortune, which is saying something's in divine timing, or they just feel fortunate to kind of have you, which is what we talked about here. And then you have this Queen of Pentacles, which is expression of how grounded you are when it comes to this person's security or stability, like we talked about as well, because that's the Queen of Pentacles. She's the only queen that is a pentacle, that's stable, that is reliable, that is giving, this is who you want to call on. When you need someone to be, and you need to be sure that you have that person's, that you call the Queen of Pentacles. She's the one that's the generous person there. I think this person's trying not to it's like they feel fortunate to have you or have had you, but they're also trying not to really think about this. It's too much. They're trying to focus on other things. I think this person may think if they overthink this, it can cause fear to kind of be the gateway to a whole lot of other confusion. So if this person has some sort of plan or idea with you, they're trying to stay focused in on that and not think about anything outside of that. But I am curious to get the Hanged Man clarified. So we have Aries, Scorpio, Pisces, Taurus. You have the Wheel of Fortune, so you have all the fixed signs. Cancer energy here. So Aquarius, Leo. I think that's the only thing I haven't named here. Why is the King of Wands in reverse? Well, the Six of Swords is back. The Eight of Swords in reverse. Yep, this is exactly what I said. This person's, see, they're trying to be this King of Wands in reverse. This is someone that's just trying to focus on themselves. They're not focused about, they're not thinking, they're not worried about anybody else, anything else that's going on. They're trying to focus on what it is that they need to do. And this is what this person's doing here. Same thing I mentioned with the human myth there and the reasons why behind that. Now the Six of Swords in reverse is saying that this person kind of constantly has to go back to this place with you where they think about not getting themselves trapped into something that's not realistic for them. It's like constantly having to go back and free yourself from the Eight of Swords. When fear starts to get in the way. And I think that some of this has to do with this fear of attachment with this person. This person's not somebody that wants to have to rely on anyone else. They want other people to rely on them. That's the King of Wands in that way, you know? It's like this person has to refocus their energy when they think about you. So, why is the King of Cups here? The Nine of Cups in reverse. This is someone that's trying to stay emotionally in balance because there's a sadness here, guys. You can't have the King of Cups and the Nine of Cups in reverse. I mean, obviously you can, but the Nine of Cups is a wish fulfillment, but when it's in reverse, it's you're not happy with it. You're not happy with that. I don't think this person's particularly happy that they can't kind of express themselves the way that they want to. Because the Nine of Cups doesn't do that. The Nine of Cups is someone that, you know, if they had this upright, this King of Wands upright behind that Nine of Cups, then that would be someone that's coming just solely forward and with a passionate, loving kind of nature and expression. You know, that's an expression of it. But when it's in reverse behind it, it's because of that constant reanalyzation of the fear and being trapped. And then being kind of in a miserable sense when it comes to that, thinking about that. Not being able, it's miserable when the King of Cups isn't able to kind of offer his cup. You're asking someone that has a lot of water in them, a lot of emotion in them, to restrain themselves in some kind of way, you know? This is what they're asking of themselves, though. Because of this Hangman in reverse. This is the blockage. This is a blockage that your person's enabling. You know, this is a blockage that they're controlling so that they can fix their Eight of Swords, their anxiety or their fear. This is just a blockage. So, and it's your major arcana. So why is the Hanged Man in reverse? Temperance in reverse. It's not realistic. There's an inability to be able to ground something. There's an anxious energy behind. There's an anxious energy behind being able to see how they can put everything together. You know, that it doesn't quite fit. That temperance, Sagittarius energy, by the way. Not being able to see the perspective of how things can kind of be balanced, how they fit, how are you, it just doesn't feel right internally to this person in some kind of way. Something is off. It causes them anxious energy to kind of even think about things in a different kind of perspective from what they're seeing. Which is a lack of being able to really ground this connection in the way they want. Or a lack of being able to ground the connection itself. Depends on how. Everybody's going to be a little bit different there because you all have different kinds of circumstances. Okay, Queen of Pentacles. The Four of Pentacles in reverse. Yeah, this is freedom. This is that security, guys, that I was talking about. This is how they feel about you. You could be someone in your life currently that you have more freedom, or you are free. They could just be looking at you as being someone that's single, or you can freely give, or you can freely give to them, or you love free. And this is someone that is not doing that, for sure. It's funny how this King of Cups is looking over here. It's like he's looking like, there's my wish fulfillment that I can't have in my face. You know what I mean? Because of this blockage, huge blockage here. Huge mindset. He literally hangs himself on the tree here so that he could gain a whole different perspective of something. But your person's not allowing themselves to have they don't have the emotional control in order to be able to see a different perspective. It just causes them to be anxious to even think about that. There is an energy here of releasing you in some kind of way. Can I have one more for the Four of Pentacles, since we're on the topic? Tower in reverse. This is someone that is trying to prevent a tower moment. They also have this realization that there's an idea around you that things can change at any time. Also, if you've been someone that has been very needy in some kind of way, that has changed. This could look in the way of they used to, you know, text me all the time. They don't do that anymore. I used to hear from them all the time. They don't do that anymore. That kind of thing. Especially if you have no contact with this person. Tell me about the Wheel of Fortune. Let's see what this person's Wheel of Fortune is. Wheel of Fortune. Oh, the Eight of Wands. That's exactly this reading. So the Eight of Wands is making forward movement. Progressing. Things moving forward. That's their kind of fulfillment here, is they feel like things in this connection can move forward, or goes back to them. And this, I have to say though, this person does see you in a certain kind of way, especially with this Ace of Cups, but in the King of Cups is how they're representing themselves when they think about you. But they're also very self-focused, but that goes into here, and there's a reason for that. Is because they're trying to, it's like they're trying to keep their head straight. This person sees how things have progressed or moved forward as a fortune, as a good thing, but they see it within themselves as it's representing in this connection. So this connection and them have progressed or changed or transformed. There's change all over this reading, by the way. And there's another energy here of this person's kind of looking at this as saying, only time will tell. You know, we'll just see how things progress. But this is a fast-moving energy. And this is also... just a second. This is also that this person feels like if they've had this... Eight of Wands energy here with you. So this, you know, very fiery kind of connection here is something that's fortunate as well. Why is there Ace of Cups here? If this person, look at all these eights, guys. We have the Eight of Cups. And this is 8 too, 26. There's an ending. There's a, not an ending of this connection. There's a new beginning here. Give me one more for this Eight of Cups. The High Priestess in reverse. It's almost like every time this love, you know, comes up, this Ace of Cups comes up, also some healing comes along with that. It's funny you have 8 and 1, and there's your 9 of Cups right over here. This 9 of Cups for this person, I feel like secret being out would be here. And what would have, all the healing that would have to go into that. If this Ace of Cups was to take place, was to happen, if this comes out, if this person loves you and that comes out in that way, which is the High Priestess in reverse, what they've been holding so tightly to, that inner knowing comes out. You have the Eight of Cups in reverse. There's significant, like, healing that would have to take place in this person's overall energy, in their life in general. It's just... that's, I feel like, kind of scary to this person. This is an energy of just sitting on the Eight of Cups, because you can't have the Nine of Cups, because the High Priestess in reverse. So this is about secrets. Can I have one more for the High Priestess in reverse? One more. Justice. The karma that is entailed when it comes to these secrets getting out is something that this person, that keeps them in this Eight of Cups. This is what they think about. If this love comes out, The Star. Libra energy here. Scorpio energy here. And then Aquarius. And the Nine of Swords is under that with the Ten of Wands. And there's your Emperor. Remember we saw the Empress. In reverse. Because I don't think the Emperor has a plan. I think the Emperor tries to stay focused on a plan mentally. Things changing. This person is also kind of afraid they'll never add up to this. It's like they should keep this energy, this focused energy here of, I mean, this is Eight of Pentacles, you know, working on something, working on themselves. And eventually they'll be able to kind of let certain burdens go. But this dream that they have here with the Star is something that brings a lot of anxieties to them. This goal that they're trying to reach here with this Star energy of who they want to become is something that really lays heavy on this person. And it causes, it's somehow or another, guys, it's coming out in that way because it's seeping into your connection. And it has to do with justice and secrets. And these Eight of Cups. Okay. My goodness. Let's get some message cards. For some of you, if you're distant from this person, no contact, then this person has either seen you with someone else or they think about you being with someone else, and how because they didn't kind of, with that High Priestess in reverse, you know, tell you how they felt, didn't come back to you and tell you how they felt, then this is kind of like their karma in a way, that you found someone else. Look at that. I hope that you're happy for me. That goes with what I was talking about. Hey, stop that. I'm going to put that to the side. So what would your person say to you if they could say anything? Marriage? If they could say anything. I think that they would. This relationship is moving towards sacred union. I never want to feel that way again. This is part of why this person hasn't express themselves, I feel like, was fate. This is what's unexplainable. What's the purpose of this connection if you can't see another perspective of it? Or you can't ground it with Temperance, you know? Mastery. You've learned the spiritual lesson. I don't need your approval. Guys, this person feels like you are someone that helps them to evolve in some kind of way. I don't know how to feel. Yeah. For some of you, yeah, that was a loaded question, what I was thinking. For some of you, this person doesn't really know exactly how to like move forward here. What is the best thing for them? And this is kind of a more of an arrogant energy, but there's an upset energy behind it. Because I don't feel like this person can really give you or this connection what it is that they would want to. This person's fighting against their own desire. I mean, this person's fighting against their own, what they really want. Look at this. Memories. Number 29. Remember, we had forget-me-not. I lied to you. On top of this Nine of Cups, this person could have lied to you about what you were to them or how they saw you. Because the Nine of Cups is that more fantasy kind of energy. It's having all your cups. We also have trust here, which is important. Because fate and trust is what this person's kind of setting on. It's the block that's here. Someone that's saying they're trying to trust in fate, but yet fate is part of this connection and is here, but they can't see the different perspective of it. They're trying to kind of, they can't. They just can't. They can't trust it. What else would this person say to Pile 1 if they could say anything? Wait. The timing is quite not right. This is that Four of Pentacles in the Tower in reverse. This person's, honestly, guys, if you're connected with this person almost kind of knows that they're going to have to release you or release you at some point. And I don't know what that means. It's going to be different for everybody. But they just don't want to yet. They don't feel like that. They're not ready for that yet. They don't want to release you yet. And for some of you, if you're distant from this person, this could just be a mental thing. They don't want to let go of those memories, right? The Eight of Wands. What would this person say to Pile 1 if they could say anything? Look at that. I daydream about a life with you. On top of that Eight of Wands. Remember, that's the Wheel of Fortune. That's the fortunate thing. Justice. What would this person say to Pile 1? I wish I could take back my words. If you've connected with this person and there is something from the past that happened, something from the past I don't feel like they were being completely honest with you about, and I think it has to do with the way that they felt. Because they don't necessarily know what that is or how that was that they felt. But they weren't being honest with it either. And there's a part of them that wants to kind of bring justice to that and be honest about why it was that they've either reconnected with you, which I think is because they have these feelings for you. And if you're disconnected from this person, I think that they think about how they wish they could come back to you and be honest with you about that, or that they should have. And it possibly would have changed things. Okay. I'm happy that it's over. This right here, well, first off, this is a shadow card. Secondly, your person saying, I'm happy that it's over, is a straight up lie. If you're disconnected from this person, or if you've ever been disconnected from this person, they say that because they're saying to themselves, I'm glad it's over, I don't have to deal with any of that anymore, you know? But that's not the case. They are still dealing with it because it's still in their conscious. So, okay, let's see what future energies are. Future energies for Pile 1. Single, nurture. So if you are single, I feel like you're going to stay kind of in this energy where you continue to nurture yourself, which is what you're in right now. Continue to keep yourself grounded. Deception. Things are not as they seem. I don't think that this person's going to... Guys, I don't think this person's going to be honest with you. Look, we have transformation here. It was safe and express. This person, I feel like, has to have this like transformation here with you. And I think it's going to take this person a long time to get to where they feel like they can open up to you and feel safe in order to express themselves and be honest, because this is the Ace of Swords. So this is one of those readings, guys, where this is kind of up to you guys as far as future energies go. This person could be single, or this is pertaining to you. I feel like it's you though, mostly, but I think that what this is saying here, that you're going to stay focused on your needs and what you need and what you want. And I don't think that this person's going to be completely honest with you. Not anytime in the near future. Can you give me better detail, please, for single? Future energies for single? Twin flame. Told you, spiritual connection. I felt. Can you give me another one for nurture? Clarify nurture. The chemistry. Nurturing the chemistry that you feel. Maintaining that chemistry that you feel. Number 28. Another 8 and 2. It's that infinity number, but it's also about making progress, which you're both making progress independently for sure. Deception. Well, that was fast. Codependency. Don't let that fool you here, guys. Don't let that codependency kind of creep in on this connection. Or if you're not with this person, just any other connection. Because you think about this person and losing this person, that abandonment wound is there. It's real. I think that part of what this is, though, this is what's changing within the two of you. And I think this is what you both don't want, but you may not be fully honest with yourselves either about it. I think that you do rely on each other in some sort of way. But I don't think you're fully honest with yourselves about that. I mean, this connection is transforming you internally to become more in a not so codependent kind of energy. But no, not that you can't be codependent, okay? I think that gets a bad kind of reputation. There is such thing as being codependent. If you're in a marriage, you're codependent, you know. There's a codependency where you are attached to someone else in order to be fulfilled, for your needs to be met, in order for you to be grounded in some kind of way, and having to have that person when you don't have them, you're not able to do it. And this is what I think the two of you are both kind of learning. Yours is about not wanting to be forgotten or lost or lonely. And I think your person's is about having someone there that's secure or stable or provides that. And knowing that's there without being codependent on it, having a codependency developed with that. But being able to have it and not have it and be okay with that as well. Okay. If that made sense, I hope it did. I hope y'all understand what I'm saying. And I'm going to get a postcard from Spirit. Okay. Postcard from Spirit for pile 1. That came out really fast. You are a divine beauty. Which this is definitely kind of a divine connection here, guys. Dear you, the simple yet powerful law of cause and effect means that everything is in relationship. Every action on earth has a consequence. And even in the spirit world, there is consequences for every action taken on your behalf. Right now, you're facing conditions that were set into motion by past decisions. Consequences are coming into your favor. They will remind you that making good choices and listening to your intuition pay off. If some things are a little off and uncertain, know that whatever you're facing You can step beyond it just by using your imagination and acting on that as if it were and acting on that instead of reacting to what is being presented. Before I forget, remember that both of you are kind of in a deceptive kind of energy, but deceptive within yourselves. I think your person's, it's more so about how they feel here with you. And for you, I think it's more so about you feeling okay that this person, that you don't have, that there's an unknown about the future of this connection with this person. So that's there. But only react to what's being presented here is something. I think that's what kind of brought that up. Everything that you think and do has far-reaching reverberations in the web of life. Move to higher ground and have faith that what goes around comes around. The universe is always self-correcting anyway. Isn't that amazing? How we adore you. Yeah. Okay. Let's get some initials and key cards and close. Oh, we only have 3. Patience and wait. Flowing. Wow. And detachment. There's an idea in the near future that if you have patience, that you will be able to go with more of the flow of this connection and not be so attached, with that codependency being right under that you will detach yourself from having to be completely codependent. That's the whole idea for me around this kind of twin soul type connection, is coming back to oneself and not having to be, solely dependent on anyone else. Wanting to have that kind of connection, but not having to have it. There's a big difference in that when it comes to codependency. Okay, 4 and 5. 4 is stability and 5 is change. So this connection could cause some stabilities to change, and that could be part of things that may come into alignment here with the number 7, or things that are being reflected on. You feel that way too. You're just not completely focused on it, remember? We also have the star in the bowl, which is representing to me not only Aquarius energy, but that the two of you may see each other as that wish. We have NY, New York, V. We have MWEHAQV, IOR, another V, wow, Y, A, and S. Say, right there. My name. Just kidding. I don't see that in the bowl, but who knows? Maybe that means something to you. Say my name. Home is here. So you both kind of have that feeling of home with one another. That's that security that your person kind of feels. What else? RV. Maybe relevant for somebody. Okay, guys, I guess I'm gonna leave you here. I feel like I'm missing something though. It's like right in my face. We have hey. Hey. This person, if you're disconnected, this person could be kind of connecting to you and saying hey, and it could be because of what we talked about at the very beginning, if you remember, about the holiday and you thinking about each other. Okay, so I'm gonna hold this up so y'all can see them. I'm sorry, I was yawning. Sorry. Took me a minute to get that out, but I hope you enjoyed this reading. Hope this resonates, guys, and makes sense to y'all. And yeah, that's all I have. Don't forget to go vote if you haven't yet on my community page for the 5-day giveaway. And And then I'll be posting that video hopefully Monday. So I'll see you guys then. Thanks for being here. Thanks for your love and all your support and kindness. And I hope to see you guys soon. Bye. Hey, pile 2. Okay, so if you chose the Illuminati tarot, I'm excited to use this tarot. This was actually a gift from Marina. So I'm really excited to use it. I have used it in personal readings, but I haven't got a chance to use it yet on YouTube. So, okay. So I'm excited about it. So what we're going to do here, guys, is we're going to pull some of these first. These are the Fairy Wisdom Oracles. And we're going to take a look at your energy and your person's energy overall. And then we are going to get some connecting energy from the Mystical Moments Oracles, okay? So these are a little bit deeper than I thought they were going to be, the way they're coming out, but I'm happy with pile 1, so be prepared. I have no idea how this is going to come out, but let's get an overall energy for you. Pile 2. What's pile 2's overall energy when it comes to their person, Spirit? Pile 2's overall energy. That was fast. We have autumn here, which is right now. The number 43. This is about change. This is about needing or wanting a change. And it could have to do with your stability, could have to do with how things are going to move forward. Guys, I can't make this up. Look at this. Look at that. 43. Look at your card is number 43. I cannot make up the synchronicities. They're so crazy. So maybe you've been seeing the number 43 somewhere, but 4 is that number of stability, and 3 is about kind of moving forward and growing. And that's what happens in fall, is when you feel like, you know, you have this, all the trees and everything just kind of lose their leaves right before spring. Something new kind of takes place. So 7 together. 7's about things coming kind of more into alignment. So when it comes to this connection with this person, whether you're connected with this person or not, things could be shifting and evolving and changing, or you could just feel like things are starting to become more in alignment, meaning more normalized, and there's a want or a need to grow this connection. Or for those of you that are disconnected from this person, it's about growing within yourself, as far as past this connection in some kind of way. It's like you're evolving out of this connection in some sort of way. But for those of you that are connected, it's just wanting to evolve out of kind of this, it's like it's normalized. The connection itself is something that's been kind of more normalized, and recognizing that as something that's in alignment, things are coming into alignment, and then wanting to kind of take it a step forward. Okay, now I've gotten this kind of in sync, or I'm kind of understanding how things are, how they're going to go here. So I'm feeling the need to kind of move this in a new direction. It's a mindset where you're constantly wanting to kind of evolve. So you could be someone that's not someone that likes to stay in a certain place for too long before you're wanting to kind of excel or do something new. So you could be someone that kind of really moves really far when it comes to being challenged by a situation. Or it's just being like, you could be with a person that kind of really wants to move up when you start feeling this. It's not boredom. It's like a primal reaction to feeling something has stabilized and has become in alignment, and knowing that there is something that's different, something that's going to change here moving forward, and that something new is going to be happening soon. This could have a lot to do with you committing to things, not just this connection in some kind of way, but also in just your life in general. 3 months may be significant for somebody. You have these 3 pumpkins here in the background. I'm also getting kind of a 7 of Pentacles energy. So it's just, the clock's just turned to 7, which is this too as well, 43. So it's like the 7 of Pentacles are what you want to invest in now, kind of moving forward, reflecting on things, knowing that there's something that you want to change here in this connection. Okay, so we'll get more into how you're feeling about your person as we go along. But let's go ahead and take a look at your person now and see what their overall energy is. What is Pile 2's person's energy towards Pile 2 in this connection? It's fast. We have coffee, number 41. Coffee, caffeine. I was looking at the cups whenever I was reading the word. Okay, so I can't help but say this is also kind of significant of change, with 5 being here and a new beginning kind of taking place. There's such a like energy of shedding the old and something new coming along. I think that your person feels like something new is coming or something different in this connection is coming, like they can sense this feeling of change in the wind, but they don't know exactly what that is. I also think that your person is kind of withholding some sort of truth about how they kind of see things or what they want from things or where they are or who they are for some of you, what they want from this connection or just kind of what they want. They may, some of you, I don't think this person really kind of knows that themselves. I think it's also a mystery to this person in some kind of way, but it's definitely something that they're thinking about, and knowing that there's going to be some kind of change is more of their intuition kind of picking up on that, or needing to be that change. I think your person's still trying to remain focused on... Actually, guys, I feel like for some of you, your person may actually be really focused on you in some kind of way, whether they're spying on you or checking in on you. For some of you, those of you that aren't in any contact, that's especially true. But there's things that this person is definitely someone that's very intrigued by you, okay? They are, like, really intrigued by you. You may say some things or do some things where this person just like, they may not necessarily even believe in it, but they don't get upset with you either. It's just that they kind of laugh at it, like that's just who you are, kind of knowing someone kind of space. So this person, even if you're not connected, they still feel very connected to you. You just seem very intriguing to this person, and I think it has a lot to do with the things that you say and do. It could be things that just kind of strike this person as, like, you know how you think you think you really know somebody, and then they say something off the wall, and you're like, where did that even come from? It's that kind of energy that I'm feeling, guys, of you, and that's just intriguing to this person. It's an exciting feeling that they feel about that. It's one reason that they're drawn to you, which is actually it's actually really what's the word I'm looking for? Refreshing. It's actually really refreshing for this person. Yeah, with the refreshments here. They're definitely looking at some sort of new beginning. For some of you, if you're disconnected, this is just this person's life in particular. They're setting in some kind of new beginning, or kind of like there's just a fresh energy to them overall. Not only that they kind of see you as that a refresher, but this just newness that I feel with your person. Such a different energy than from you over here. This is like, excitement and kind of, there's a new energy here and like a want to kind of change things. Definitely if you're connected with this person, that is being part of it. But then there's also this underlining here where there's just a complete mystery to how things will change. Yours is about growth. This person's looking at it as change. So you're both meeting this energy that you feel in very different kind of ways. One of you's trying to transforming, I think really transforming within yourself, even if you don't recognize that fully. And then this person here, I feel like changing. They're changing. I feel like they're kind of changing their personality in some sort of way, to be honest. I think some people kind of say that you can't change your personality, but that's just, I mean, I don't even agree with that at all, but it doesn't matter. It's just like this, they're getting like a personality shift of some sort that I think is a direct influence from this connection. And there's a mysterious energy behind that where it doesn't actually bring this person fear with you. It more is intriguing. It's excitement that's there. They're not even paying attention or looking at things from their past as being lost or being like, it's just a that's fine that coffee spilt. She's just not even looking at it. She's just like, whatever, and puts it to the side, you know. It's like this person's ready for anything in this connection. And maybe they're starting to get this feeling, and also starting to get this feeling from you, even if you're not connected, because they are kind of looking in on you, or somehow they're seeing you. So whatever you're doing in a very determined kind of way, this person's kind of picking up on that energy, and it's like a moth to the flame. But I don't really want to use that expression, even though it does look like her wings are kind of mothy looking. Because it's not about the shadow part of it for them. It's just a magnetism, like an interest of wanting to kind of stay in this energy. I do feel like there's a little bit of underlining fear that's on your person's side that they're not wanting to fully look at, or because their energy is so high here as far as this renewal or change for them, that they're not able to see it. But there is, I feel like, some kind of fear associated with all this that's there. Okay. Forget me not. I think that it has to do with this, guys. This is the same card that pile 1 had. It has to do with losing this. It has to do with losing this, and it has to do with losing this connection in some kind of way. It's something that this person tries to not think about. There's like 2 options here. You know, there always is when you're with somebody. Either you lose that person, or there's the unknown that's here. That's what I'm feeling with your person. 1 cup is unknown. She doesn't know what's underneath that cup. If something's going to spill, if there's anything there, if you're able to refill it, you know. But this one here has already been spilt. So it's like there's 2 things that could happen here. Either they could lose you, or there's a mystery of things that could transpire from this. And you can't see it because it's still unknown to this person. You know, it's almost like they don't want to try to figure out how it will kind of end up, or how it could end up in some kind of way. They're just wanting to stay in this energy they're in currently. Even though they do sense some sort of change, I feel like. Okay, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to look up, these have these keywords and you can look them up in the book. And I'm not going to read all of it, but I just want to see what the keyword is here. So 43. 43 is releasing. In the autumn, the fairies dash about, checking to make sure that all the leaves have fallen. Sometimes a leaf needs a little nudge, and the fairies are happy to oblige. The fairies have a lot to do before they can rest in the winter. For us humans, autumn is about letting go. Yeah, just like the trees react, then snap in winter, we retract our energies. Yeah. The autumn card tells you to store your energy up for yourself right now. Feel the energies beginning to collect around you and pull them inwards close to your body. Conserve energy. How strange is it, guys, that this number 43 is about conserving energy, and then number 41 here is about energy itself and caffeine. How wild, huh? So let's see number 41. See how you're both in like changing energies, but you're both in very different kinds of changing energies. Motivation. Guys, this is that determination that I told you this person's drawn to. Fairies naturally trust in the connection to spirit. It is a second nature to them. They find life exciting and are always ready for a challenge. Yeah. Do you need a boost to stimulate your interest in life, or are you self-starter? If you are dependent upon others to motivate you, then you are not connecting to your own inner self. This produces a loss of confidence along with anxiety. Okay, so here's the thing. So this right here with your person being in this place to where they really are. I mean, I don't think that they're fully dependent on you. I don't believe that whole part of it, but they are kind of unknowingly to them connected with this energy that you're kind of putting out about this change that you have, this desire that you have to change. And they're kind of connected with you in a way to where they're also getting that kind of energy, that vibe. And that's what's that high thing. That's what that motivation is, or that pull is coming from, right? But I don't think this person's dependent on that, but I do think that, like I said, that energy is just so extravagant to them right now that they're not capable of seeing that there is this fear here that they're not wanting to look at, and it's part of their shadow self. And it has to do with loss and not wanting to face a loss, or not wanting to face that there could be some sort of loss. Because they just want to stay here. So connecting energies, and then we'll get tarot. Okay. Connecting energies. Connecting energies. What's the connecting energies for Paul 2? Connecting energies for Paul 2. Under my umbrella, number 20, which is judgment in tarot. And I think this is, this kind of thing is starting to get a lot bigger than what I think the two of you are able to protect. There's a fear about protecting not only one's self, but also a fear about protecting maybe this connection. And that's your person's feeling that fear, I think, probably a lot more than you are. You're facing changes differently than this person. Your person's the type of person, if they're in something, if they get their mindset on something, it's like 100%, you know, when it comes to that thought that they have. This is someone that has like high emotional space. So it's a nice way to put it, but a different way would be that their emotions are big. And when they have a feeling for someone, it's big. And I think that they've got that here for you, and that's something that they're feeling like. Part of the fear is that those feelings are at a point to where they don't know that they can necessarily protect themselves anymore. Like they've already gone beyond that point, and this is part of what they're having a hard time seeing. They've already gone with you beyond that point to being able to get past protecting themselves. Either way, whichever end this goes, whether they never see you again or whether they get another opportunity with you, or they get to stay in this place this happy place that they're kind of in right now, they're going to get kind of hurt either way, because those emotions, they can't ignore them at this point. There's no denying them. So that's why they're in this place to where they're allowing themselves to open up to change, because they feel like either way, it's a risk to some extent, because feelings are here, or the way they feel is here. This is someone that has gotten into a connection with you and decided that they were going to hold back, not express themselves, or not kind of dive into those emotions so much and protect themselves in some sort of way. And it's almost like they're not letting their guard down, or they've been trying not to fully let their guard down, but that's become almost impossible for this person. And it's because of their feelings are so big, they can't control that. I hope this makes sense, guys. They definitely have their eye on you. Because of this worry that's here. That's really what it is. Under my umbrella. Oh my gosh, there goes the song in my head. Rihanna's song. That's funny. Haven't heard that song in forever. Maybe relevant here though. I couldn't tell you the lyrics of it, but things may seem, you may be in a space to where you're seeing things in black and white, or you're trying to. Because you feel like that's how to protect yourself. Yeah. You may be someone that's focused on yourself and maybe manifesting things for yourself. Just saw the Magician when I was talking about that. You could also be somebody that this person is also for you a motivation. Something about this person and how they are this person is a motivation, I feel like, for you in a lot of ways. But they're subtle. It's like when you would go to the store and you would go to pick something out and you would think, I wonder what that person would pick. Or I wonder what that person would do. I wonder what that person how they would react to that. It's, not that you say that about this person, but it's just a feeling of them being there in your mind is creating some sort of motivation for you to kind of also transform in some kind of way. That's interesting. missing something here with you. I feel like, can I have one card to clarify this autumn energy? How two feels about the person, this autumn energy. Oh, the Ten of Cups. That's letting go of, I mean, that's emotional bliss. That's happily ever after. You are in this space to where, especially if you're disconnected from this person, where you're trying to let go of this dream that you have. Why is that? Give me one more for the Ten of Cups. Two came out. Oh. The Page of Wands with the Queen of Pentacles. I mean, this is a very weird energy to see. To be honest with you, we got Taurus energy here. And Sagittarius, I feel. Give me one overall energy for the Prince of Wands and the Queen of Pentacles, please. Yeah, there it is. There's the change. So the Tower in reverse. The Tower in reverse represents someone trying to maintain something or hold something together. It can also represent just change, but slow change, not something that's so abrupt. And this Knight of Wands, hold on just a second, guys. I have to focus in on this, okay? I want to get this right. I mean, I always do, but there's a lot here that I'm feeling. So I want to make sure I'm bringing the feelings out the way that they're meant to come out. For some of you, if you're connected with this person, I think that you're trying to make a shift or change. This is the evolving kind of energy that I was feeling before. So like trying to go from this kind of energy here. So if you are someone that's connecting with this person in a Knight of Wands kind of energy, where it's a hot and cold, in and out kind of thing, and then you see them as this Queen of Pentacles, which is someone that's grounded and stable. This could be something that you're wanting to change or evolve. And for others of you, it's almost like you're changing out of this. I mean, I don't know how else to say this, so I'm just going to say it. But there's like how you're changing out of this player kind of energy. How do you change that to this Ten of Cups? You know? And not wanting this connection also to change in some sort of way. In other words, your underlining energy, like theirs, would be fear of you not wanting things to change. Because I think that you see this person as, this is your dream. This is your wish come true. I mean, this is happily ever after. And not wanting that to be something that changes, but knowing that slowly you kind of are in that direction of where you're heading from wanting to be in this kind of more of a Knight of Wands energy into something that's more stable, like a Ten of Cups, emotionally. But it's a slow moving kind of energy. For others of you that definitely aren't connected with this person, it's like you're trying to release this idea that you would have this happily ever after with this person, and you're trying to change your mindset or the way that you're seeing things so that you can strive forward for yourself. Okay. Hope that made sense. I felt like we got kind of a little bit of a backstory there. I just saw the Hierophant, so Sun. There could be some, oh, there's a card that's turned over. What is that? The Emperor's here. Aries energy. This is about you trying to take control and what direction things kind of go. Let's just see how your person feels, okay? Because that's what this reading really is about. I know I got too far off into your energy there, but how's Paul Choose person feeling? The High Priestess in reverse. That's things coming to the surface. How does Paul Choose person feel? The Ace of Cups. These are these big feelings that your person, I'm telling you, cannot control. You can't look at that. All that water pouring out of that cup. And there's another bird that's headed in your direction, by the way. What else? How does Paul Choose person feel? Aren't you glad I picked that up in reverse? Because I felt the need to. Thank gosh I did. So it's the Knight of Swords in reverse. This person, I feel like, is trying to overcome this, though. I think they're trying to overcome this anxiety that's here. And this is also kind of like a mystery, if you will. But it's more like a waiting to see what kind of happens. This person is feeling like that they're coming out of some sort of anxiety about this connection. But I want to get all the cards out and clarifiers before I go into this, because it's already so far into the reading anyways. But we have the Ten of Wands here. So there's the burden on the way to the Tower. And then the Four of Cups. So here comes that cup, same cup right here, that this person's kind of sitting on. It's almost like this person in a way is kind of gearing up for a burden to some extent. That I think it's the emotions that they feel for you are some way going to end up being, it's like they're preparing themselves for what's to come when this Tower comes. I'm carrying these emotions that I feel straight to the Tower, and when the Tower comes, this is something that's going to affect my life forever. This person is someone that's going to always be in my mind. This person is someone that I'm always going to have to, it's always going to be that, in that way, it's always going to be kind of that burden that, if you're disconnected, if this person's afraid of, hold on a second. This person is afraid of loss. And the Nine of Swords, I feel like, is more indicating this can either go one way or the other. Do y'all see what I'm saying now? Either the Ace of Cups is going to happen, which is that new beginning this person's looking for. And that's what's going to transpire. Or this will be always something that lays heavy on their heart. Remember we talked about these two cups. These are these two cups. And it's causing the Nine of Swords, where this person's trying to release themselves of all this because they know it brings up anxieties, and that's why they're not looking at it. It's all making sense. This person sees that this can go either this way, where these emotions will come to the surface and be exposed, or this way, where this is someone that's always going to think about you, and they know that. And I think this person's also a little bit fearful of how long it's going to take to kind of, to be honest, if you leave this person or if you never reconnect, how long it will take for them to kind of get over you and move on to a different connection. It weighs on this person. They think about it as, I'm going to have to carry this relationship's going to be with me forever. I'm going to have to carry it with me forever. Yeah, look at that. The World. Yeah, till the end of the world. I'm going to have to carry this connection with me forever. But they're trying to not focus so much on this. I'm trying to stay positive. But it's a very extreme one way to the other. Why is the High Priestess here? That's fast. There's that Ten of Cups again. So your person has it too. And this is what they're hoping will come out. Their wish for it to come out would be this Ten of Cups, which was what is in your mindset. But it could be for some of you letting go of the idea of this Ten of Cups being a reality. This is spiritual and emotional fulfillment. This is this person's wish. And this is that daydreamy kind of energy for me as well, about when you think about what you could have. It's that moment where everything kind of aligns and comes together and it feels just, really, really good. This is what this person's hoping this mystery is underneath this one that will be exposed or show. Eventually, especially if they're disconnected from you, eventually that y'all will reconnect and everything will just come together. It's just miraculously, and in perfect alignment with everything. Ten of Cups, Ace of Cups. Everything's going to be exposed and out into the open. But why is this Ace of Cups here? 2 cards. So we have the Hanged Man, which is that new perspective shift that you'll be getting. And the 5 of Pentacles. Yeah. It's like they'll finally come out of the cold, that you'll have like an epiphany or a change of mindset or something, or they will, or something will happen to where they can have this Ace of Cups that they want, that they can kind of expose the way that they've kind of been feeling, when they have been feeling as if they're going to end up being kind of left in this sad energy. And they're trying to see a different way of looking at things. This person is definitely trying to stay in this place of staying out of the lack energy. They're looking at this connection here with you as something that is beneficial to them at this moment in time, or something they're trying to just stay in this energy, like this is a gift. If you're connected with this person. If you're not connected with this person, then they're just in a place to where they're trying to see a different perspective of how things could work out or turn out. I mean, I think that's for both of you, but they have high hopes. I don't feel like these are expectations at all because of these 2 major arcana that I'm seeing. These are hopes. This person's hoping for these. Why is the six? Why is the 9 of Swords in reverse? A strength. Yeah. I'd say so. This is strong here, guys. This person is doing everything they possibly can to pull on their inner strength and have patience with the situation and allow kind of spirit to take over and let things unfold naturally. They're trying to pull on everything they have to not be anxious, to stay in this energy of feeling like there is going to be some sort of something at the end of this that's going to come into alignment with everything. On the flip side of that, you have this 10 of Wands. What's the 10 of Wands? What's the 10 of Wands? The 3 of Cups. So you may still, if it doesn't go according to their plan, well, it's not a plan, it's just a hope that they have, then they feel like this burden here will be that they, are either always connected to you. You have this friendship kind of energy that's here. B, I think this person worries about being an emotional support to you and in some way always kind of being in this space of just being this 3 of Cups and not being this 10 or Ace of Cups, right? Also, I think that this person, if you're disconnected with this person, it's like a burden that they have to see you in this 3 of Cups energy where you're kind of with other people, you're kind of connected with other people, and them not ever kind of getting this out of you. being able to experience that with you fully. All these kind of scenarios are a burden that this person, they feel like they're gonna always have with them. And I do feel like this person feels like if they can't be with you in some kind of way, that eventually this is going to get to be too much for this person, and they're going to meet this tower at some point. And I think that that tower could possibly be you getting with someone else, you know, you having a different experience, you connecting with other people, you being in a harmonious, happy kind of place. I mean, it's something that this person feels like would be kind of, the feeling of it would hurt. Why is the Four of Cups here? But for some of you, this is just, look, there's the Tower in reverse. Tower, I'm getting it big time over here. It's also, it's like this person doesn't want to have to see that. I wouldn't either if you have this Ten of Cups. I mean, that's a lot of emotions that this person's starting to build or has for you. The Tower in reverse with that Four of Cups. You remember we talked about that Four of Cups being this person always feeling like they're, look at that, there's the Hierophant, he's back. Well, that's weird. That card's not, I guess they're wanting me to stop right there because I always look at the bottom of the deck. Nope, just the Hierophant today. So that Tower being in reverse, that Four of Cups like we talked about, and this person kind of just always being stuck on this connection, or always being kind of in that place to where even if someone's here offering a cup of love, they're not even looking at it because they're looking at this Three Cups, which is this here with you that they've lost. And they just, see, I keep saying the Tower with the Ten of Wands because you see it here in the background. And here you have it. And this person's always constantly thinking, and with the Four of Cups and the Tower in reverse, about how things changed or didn't come together, or it's like they constantly have to hold themselves together. And then you have this Hierophant at the bottom of the deck, because I didn't say it before when I saw it. This is about your values, your morals, your self-limiting beliefs, your people around you that you feel like are dictating like the connection, or would dictate you in some kind of way from the connection. I know everybody's got kind of different kinds of stories if you're connected or not connected, but there's outside like a authority kind of thing that's kind of shielding over this connection in some kind of way, that this person kind of sits and thinks about how things kind of morally add up. You know what I mean? That's their bottom of the deck energy. So there's some sort of realization here about, that's the other thing here with Forget Me Not, and this whole energy here is this person kind of not wanting you to forget about them. There's this that's hanging over everything about, that could be, you know, something that's a possibility. Or if you've been disconnected for a while, you know, it's something that's a possibility. And really, this whole thing kind of ending up being some sort of lesson. This person's kind of trying to see this in that way and stay out of this. They're pulling on any kind of strength that they have to stay out of this Knight of Swords. Okay, so let's get some message cards real quick. We have Pisces, Leo, Scorpio, Taurus. What would this person say to Paul to, will you ever make things right? Those are for you, that this person's connecting with you, and it has to do with this. For somehow, some of you, if you're connecting with this person feels as if there's something to do with them feeling kind of left out in the cold. I'm going to leave that there. I don't know what to say. I'm sorry. If this person's said or done anything to you that you confronted them about, then this person thinks about that a lot. And coming out of the cold, coming out of seeing light about that, you forgiving them, you know? Stability. We talked about this. This relationship can stand the test of time. This first person feels this stability here with you. It's a feeling, right? It's a feeling of them feeling like they can be stable with you in some sort of way. You have, I scared myself that day. And I'm not coming back. This is for the ones of you that are disconnected here. This person feeling, it's this back and forth kind of thing of them feeling like it's not something that can be resolved. And they have to have that, they have to be able to, in their mind, say, you know, it's a possibility that if this doesn't work out in some kind of way or it never comes back together, that's just this lesson that they needed to learn and part of it. It's a hard lesson, you know. Longing. This person here with you, if they've ever kind of expressed themselves in a very, this could be any kind of emotion, but it just is like an outburst or a reaction to some extent. This is something that they wish that you would have never seen in them, because they've wanted to remain this stable kind of person. And I think that they may be afraid that those emotions got kind of out of control for them and they couldn't contain them. But this is something that they wouldn't be able to say to you about it. This is someone that can't fully express how they feel. They have that longing energy as well. Someone is secretly yearning for you. Yeah, they do feel like this. Five of Pentacles, you know, is what they're trying to kind of change a perspective on. This is someone that's trying to be okay with not being around you or pulling back. If you're disconnected with this person, this is someone that's just trying to not be focused on you too much, because that longing energy, what are they going to do about it? You know, they don't know what to say. They don't know what to do. I never want to feel that way again. There's a lot of shadow cards here. And I think part of the reason is this person's not wanting to look at this. They're just trying to stay in this current moment. I never want to feel that way again. If this person's done you wrong in some kind of way, it really lays on this person, and they don't ever want anything like that they don't want to feel that way again, because I think that really hurt this person. Another shadow card. You can't come with me and I'm not coming back. This is the Hierophant. This is something this person really thinks about, is how to stabilize this connection if this is something that could even be stable. And they think to themselves, you know, well, this person can't come with me. How does that even look? How would that even go? What direction would that even take? Does that fit and align with my values or morals or whatever this is? These are like things that come up in this connection. How would this thing be stable? Can this relationship withstand the test of time? And I miss hearing your voice. I think this person most definitely misses you when you're not around. Look at that. I wish I'd treated you better. There's something here that this person sits on and thinks about. I focused on you instead of my pain, because there is something here, I'm telling you. This person has this fear that you will forget them. And it's a fear of abandonment. You know, it's a fear of falling for you and something happening. And them having to release you or let you go. Okay. Future energies for pile 2. Uncertainty. True romantic connection is unclear. A deeper understanding is required. Future energies. Reconciliation. So there's a chance that the two of you, if you aren't connected, will reconnect, have a reconciliation in order to kind of figure this out. I think this person most definitely wants to figure this out. For those of you who are connected, it's like this is a time kind of energy. It's going to take some more time to be more clear about how it is that you feel in this connection. A deeper understanding of how you feel in this connection. Yeah, and isolation. Reconciliation to isolation. What else? And romance. These are all future energies here, okay? Here's what I think from this. For those of you who are connected with each other, there's still an unclear understanding of what this connection means. A true romantic connection is unclear. A deeper understanding is required. I do feel like you've either had a reconciliation with this person, or you will have a reconciliation, or this is just the two of you kind of being together, like that Three of Cups that we saw. I think there's still some time in isolation that's needed here to understand how you feel when you're around this person. But I do feel like this romance is something that's going to come to the surface because your feelings are real and worth exploring. It literally says a true romantic connection is unclear in the beginning. Bottom of the deck, you have confusion, which was actually in reverse, and then balance, and then commitment is here as well. So I think that for those of you who aren't connected with this person, I think that they still kind of feel that same way, and there is a chance for some of you that you may reconcile with this person, and then they may retreat back and spend some time in isolation to see how it was that they actually felt once they reconnected with you, if all those feelings were still there and worth kind of exploring, and then seeing how they feel about you. I feel like is going to end up in this romantic kind of energy. They're going to realize, you know, that they are romantic. They do care about you in that way. Let's get some of these real quick. Uncertainty. Oh, that was really fast. Forgiveness. So if this person's done something to you, it's going to take this uncertainty of if you forgive this person or not, or if you can be stable with this person or not, if you trust this person or not. Yeah, differences is here as well. If you see things the same, if you could be compatible with one another in a way of, you know, your differences being a benefactor there in that. Why is there reconciliation here? Okay, came out weird. Trust, yeah. If you can trust this person or not is something that's really big here. Kind of reconnecting with this person to see and having forgiveness. Isolation. Woo. Yeah. Evaluation. So there's some time spent in isolation to reevaluate the situation. Romance. No way. 3 cards just came out for romance, and then you have soul connection here at the bottom of the deck with the number 42, which is a number I already saw. And then you have daydream here. Oh, recognition and self-awareness. This person, I feel like, I feel like the both of you, after this reevaluation takes place, this daydreaming energy is going to be something that kind of helps you to recognize how you kind of feel about this person. This is about you questioning those feelings when they come up, that daydreaming energy when it comes up, and what that means to you. Is that romance? Is that friendship? What is that? But it's going to take this forgiveness and trust in order to reevaluate how it is that you feel. So if that made sense, let's get a postcard from Spirit and we'll get some initials to close. Came right out. You are magic. Dearest you, pump up the music, bang the drums, get on up and start that hustle towards your goals and your dreams. There are times to be still, but this is not one of them. Now is the time to make that first move. Say yes to life. Pick up the phone, make that decision, and take that one step towards the gods or us. Expect a cascade of changes, good news, and opportunities to show up as if by magic. Well, we know that it's really spirit and all of us moving things around for your benefit. The point is that we're just saying go for it. Take positive action towards your dreams. Even if the outcome isn't exactly fit for your agenda, it will always be orchestrated by spirit and arrive in divine, appropriate timing. Don't you just love how it all works? Love you so, so much. I mean, this is just you kind of being in that energy of slow change like it talked about, and kind of slowly kind of letting go and releasing whatever it was that you, I feel like for some of you, it's a wish for this relationship or this dream come true, or some of you it's changing the reality of what that means for you. But either way, it's just you kind of allowing yourself to go for it, or to make that decision it is that you want in order to kind of press forward and have things change for you. Empower yourself. Yeah. Growth. We just said that. Accept what is. Yep. Abundance. Judgment separates. Yeah. Trying not to judge this person or the situation is something that kind of is heavy there. Also, I feel like this is more of an outside influence as well. It kind of goes with that saying again. If you were 100% supportive, what would you choose? And it came out in a reading the other day, but it, outside of everything else, if you were 100% supportive, what would it be on your heart and your mind? What would you choose if you knew it was going to be supported? Judgment outside of that is what separates. So think about that. Be still and keep quiet. Trust myself. And who am I? Yeah, this is about you changing in what it is that you really want, and trusting in what it is that you really want. A lot of you, this is about you recognizing that you don't have to tell everybody everything. I don't know why we have this feeling that we have to tell everybody around us everything that's going on in our personal lives. We really don't. We really don't if you don't want to. I mean, I feel like everybody should have like that one person they can find into some kind of way. But as far as just everybody knowing what's going on with you or whatever, I just don't feel like that's just necessary. I think that kind of sets us up for judgment, where we can't figure out what it is that we want for ourselves because we're constantly thinking about all these other people around us and how they'll judge that, what they'll say about it, you know? Keeps us from being able to be fully honest as humans. We have Axe, G, Q. This could be about you giving other people or this person even, you know, however you, I think whatever you decide, the Axe. So we have 7, which is that number of alignment that we talked about in the beginning. 2 and 3 and 6, which is another number we talked about in the beginning. 2 is about partnerships, 3 is about growth, 6 is about coming together or collaborating or healing, or finding peace and harmony with the situation. We have the Star, there's that wish come true we talked about. We also have 0, which is taking that leap in the future and still having hope for that. Interesting. VOM HR. Yeah, this could be somebody at work. You know, you're worried about that. DYOHI. VQNNEEGLZAS. Oops. Okay. So I'm going to hold these up so y'all can see them. There's tons of stuff here. I see home in the bowl, obviously. We saw that kind of in the beginning. I see what else do I see? I see nothing. I don't see anything. I see gone. I see lose. Okay. seen, wanting to be seen. This person is definitely someone I feel like that's just wanting recognition, but it's like somebody wanting recognition about you feeling what they're feeling, or kind of realization of everything kind of coming together, but then also being afraid that that's not the case either. Like, especially if you're disconnected from this person, it's like they think, well, that person just probably never thinks about me. You know what I mean? That kind of energy. Okay, so I'm gonna hold these up so y'all can see them, and I'm gonna leave it here. It's a pretty long reading, which is something else that's in the bowl is long. So I'm gonna leave you here. Thanks for being here, guys. Thanks for all your love and support. If you haven't voted on my community page on the five decks that I'm giving away for Christmas, please do that. If you haven't done that, I really would appreciate you. And that's all I have, guys. So I'm gonna leave here. Thanks for being here. Thanks for all your love and support and kindness always, and I hope to see you guys soon. Hey, pile 3. Okay, pile 3. So if you chose the Mystical Moments Tarot, now we're also going to use the Mystical Moments Oracles as well to get connecting energies. We're going to get an overall look at your side, overall look at your person's, with the just the Fairy Wisdom Oracles. So I have my cat George. There he goes. Okay. Was in my lap. He's gone now. He's left hair everywhere. I was trying to give him a place to sit because George is starting to look a little like Garfield. He's getting a little hefty. He's needing to go on a little bit of a diet, so I had to keep him away from the food, and I was trying to explain to him why that is. And he kind of fell asleep on me, so. Okay. So pile 3. Pile 3, overall energy for pile 3. These have been long, not what I was expecting, but that's okay. I'm gonna go ahead and put these out, of course. But they are way longer than I was anticipating. So be prepared. Be prepared for that. Maybe pause, come back later if you have to. Pile 3, Spirit. Pile 3. That's pile 3's overall energy. Okay. Devotion, the number 12. This is someone that you're connected with, that you feel like you are staying devoted to this person and all this person's shadows that they carry. This could result in a way because you feel like maybe in past connections that you've had things that you disagree with within yourself, and they may have been a cause of some sort of destruction in past relationships, and you're recognizing a lot of those in this person, and you're wanting to stay devoted to this person, committed to this person, because you feel like it's almost like you get a chance to treat yourself in the way that you wish you would have been treated, is what I'm feeling. There's also a karmic lesson behind that, of being able to see yourself in a different kind of way. It's part of this connection, okay? So the way that you have been in past relationships, this connection here that you're feeling with this person is something that's bringing all these kind of things out in you. You're being able to see things differently, of how you've kind of taken to certain things in your life and how you've kind of reacted to those things, and how the other person's perspective may have went in that situation. It's like someone coming in and connecting with you where you feel so devoted to this person because you recognize a lot of the similarities that you have in them, especially when it comes to those shadows. But this person's kind of someone that's in your life meant to show you these things so that you know how better to love yourself and love these things about yourself and about your past. Okay. You feel very devoted to this person. It's because you feel like you recognize some things within them that remind you of you. And I think that you want to cherish this person, or you want to nourish this connection. You may have felt like this person is someone that's been waiting for you to open up, or been very patient. You may have this person somewhat are on a pedestal, or just see them in somewhat of a, like you have some kind of admiration for this person, of how you're seeing them looks kind of, you just love them for whatever it is that they bring. You're seeing like through this person. So you don't just see you can see through this person's flaws and see them on the inside. And it makes you kind of feel like this person's on a kind of a pedestal, you know, for you. So how's their person, pile 3's person, how do they feel about pile 3? Overindulge. Number 18. I think this person kind of enjoys your character and how you you're kind of overboard with how you invest in things, how you see things, how you see kind of something that can be turned into something great. There's something about you where this person feels like you kind of overindulge in them. Of course, they do feel like you have them on some kind of a pedestal here to some extent, but and for some of you, this is, roles are reversed here, but see that this is the same girl here and here to me. Looks the same, doesn't it? You feel like this person like pampers you and kind of, or this person feels like you, see, I switched. This person feels like you kind of pamper them or kind of see them in this way, and you overindulge them, which they are just loving. This person is loving that you like have them in this vision, because they feel like this is something, I think, that can last for a long time, or they hope that it lasts for a long time. There is a little bit of this person wondering if what they're seeing from you is honesty, what they're seeing from you is how you really are, or if this is something that's gonna fade out over time. This person's definitely intertwining with you as far as indulging in this connection itself. They see you as having everything it is that they need or want in a connection in someone. What's the connecting energy here for, oh, that was fast. Can you hear me? The number 28. Can you hear me? This is kind of like what I'm feeling here, guys. It's like a point in a connection where you start to see each other's, you start to get so familiar with one another, and you start to see each other's, there may have been for some of you some sort of smaller conflict that has taken place. And out of that conflict, what you got out of it was that you could see this person in kind of a different kind of way. Like you got to see this person's kind of shadow self. They came more out of their shell about what they were feeling and their emotions. It's like being connected with someone, and you can only be like that, you know, version of trying to put your best foot forward for so long, and then you start to kind of, something happens or whatever. You start just to see this person in a more natural, a more honest kind of way, and authentic kind of way, you know, within themselves, where they feel like they can be themselves. And something may have transpired for some of you that caused some kind of conflict, and as a result, it's made this connection like you've been able to see this person in a different kind of way. And I don't think that that was a bad way. I think that, again, you're seeing this person and recognizing these shadows that you saw as something that's part of you as well. It's made you kind of connect with this person a little bit deeper. And it's about, I think not being heard as well. I think that the two of you are realizing that the one thing that you hold in this connection, as far as something that needs to heal or kind of consistently be patched or worked on in this connection, would be the fact that both of you maybe have not felt heard in past connections. And there's insecurities that go into that about speaking your truth. And there's also, which can cause things to kind of prolong because you're not being fully honest, afraid to kind of hurt the other person. Or if you speak your truth, how is that going to come across? Because it may not have went well in past relationships. And this is something that the two of you both kind of bring out in each other. It's kind of coming to the surface. You're recognizing this with one another. Both wanting to be heard. I think the both of you really just want to trust one another. And that's another thing, is not being able to trust in past relationships. There could have been betrayals each of you have experienced in past relationships. This is why this is a issue, or why this is a concern. Trying to address your needs here is very important in order to kind of move forward. And I think that you both have an understanding of that. Knowing that each of you are coming from a place to where you have a lack of trust and insecurities come from that, and how to kind of address those moving forward, and be honest with one another and make sure each of you feels heard about those insecurities, is something that's coming to the surface from this connection. Okay. Yeah. The gardener's here. Just showing me that the two of you are willing to put in the work in this connection. You're both willing to put in some effort in, because you both want to be devoted or stay devoted. You both see one another as being something that could actually be what each of you really want. So let's see what number 12 here, devotion. I'm not going to read the whole thing. I just want to read the key word and maybe a sentence out of it. Unconditional love is what the number 12 is. Are you considering devoting yourself to another? First, make sure that you are devoted to yourself. Begin by embracing Spirit's devotion to you. Feel it inside out. Feel it filling the faucet. Oh my goodness. The crystal in your heart. Let's just leave it there. Let's just leave it there. I just cannot say that word. Unconditional love. So this is about you staying devoted to that, no matter if you see this person's kind of shadow side. This is someone that you can see yourself being there for the long term. You know, you want to put in that effort when it comes to that, and you can see past those things. That's unconditional love. Being able to see past someone else's insecurities and directly to where that's kind of stemming from, and how that's not just of them just being a person of, you know, there's just a jerk or whatever that is. It's actually coming from a deep wound that they have, and loving them through that is something that you feel like you could do with this person. I'm also seeing 11:11 on the clock here. So the number 18, grounding. Hey, it's time to quit fooling around and get down to business. If you have become too much of a party animal, then take another look at your direction. Is it the way you truly want to live your life and use your valuable time? Are you overindulging in drink, food, drugs, sex, and time-wasting activities? What are you hiding from? So for your person, it's almost like they're taking in this connection and indulging in all the parts of this connection and what you're expressing or giving to them, which could be kind of intense for this person. Maybe something that they haven't experienced before, and they're just feeling that intensity and they want to hold on to it. But I think definitely it's showing that your person could have went from a place to where they could have went through a period of overindulging in things, to try to stay out of that anxious kind of energy. So this is someone that could have come from a really screwed up relationship, where they were really hurt and have a lot of distrust, and maybe even kind of not ever wanting to be in a relationship again. And now they've kind of met you, and now they're in a place to where they have to kind of figure out how to kind of be around someone else or trust someone else. And they could have been that person that used overindulgence in things, and realizing that this is their opportunity, and connecting to you as a way for them to kind of release themselves from being anxious and being in that other kind of energy, to trust someone again. I am feeling a heavy kind of more of a codependent kind of nature of this connection, and when it comes to the emotional state. depending on the other person to bring you out of that. But it's more of a soulmate energy. That's that karmic that I was talking about coming out there. Okay. Pile 3. Pile 3. How's Pile 3's person feeling about them in this connection? Okay, so the 6 of Pentacles in reverse. How's Pile 3's? They may feel like you give to them more than they can give to you. That's that overindulgence kind of energy that I was feeling. Like there may be that imbalance there. They don't feel like they can open up to you as much as you do them. And it's coming from that fearful place of not knowing what's kind of there. So we have the King of Swords here, Aquarius energy. This is someone that's kind of looking at this connection as something that they're trying to be logical and take things slow, trying to not get too kind of caught up in it. Yeah, the Chariot, trying to make sure their emotions are in the right place, and that this isn't just you just being this kind of like love bomb kind of energy, you know, in the beginning, and it's going to fade out and you're going to be someone different over time, because that could have been what happened to them in the past. Cancer energy here. But taking things slow. Funny how I said I talked about taking things slow, and now you have the snail. Slowly moving in a better direction is how they're wanting to proceed forward here. Yeah, the High Priestess. They're staying, Pisces energy. They're staying like to this place where they're keeping to themselves. They're keeping a lot of things kind of within. Kind of like a mysterious kind of energy that you're picking up on with them. Not wanting to be like too expressive here. You have the 7 of Cups in reverse and the Queen of Swords in reverse. There's counterpart energy there. They see you as being someone that's logically and like the best person for them. But I think this person thinks about how you have a lot of choices, or I think this person feels like you could be with anyone. And I think there's some insecurities about this, and it's something that they carry from that past relationship. If that past person cheated on them or went to someone else, it's something that they think about and think that they look at you in a way of you're someone that's way better than them, like you're going to leave them too eventually. You could cut them off if you wanted to, you know. They don't feel like they compare to you in the way that you say that they do. And when they think about that and they don't see that in themselves, it makes it seem like it's not real, like you're not being honest with them. It's like someone that feels not good about themselves and they don't think that they're pretty, you know, and you have someone that tells them that all the time, and it's like, okay, stop. I know I'm not. So it's that kind of energy that I'm feeling. But this has to do with this person seeing you in a way to where you could be with someone better. And it doesn't even make sense for you to be with them. King of Wands just came out. This is Aries energy. And this is what I was talking about. You seeing them in this passionate way, connecting with them in this way. This is all this overindulgence that they're trying to kind of enjoy, but I think there's some insecurities that get in the way of that. So tell me about the 6 of Pentacles in reverse. It's someone that has a lot of fire for someone else here. Queen of Cups, Cancer energy again. So this goes back to the emotional self and how they have these emotions here, but they're not giving them to you in the way that you're giving them. Why is the King of Swords here? The 4 of Swords. So they're sitting on this. They're thinking about this. They're thinking about this logically. They're thinking about things slowly. And what this could become. They're kind of taking you a little bit at a time, but I feel like you're more in a overindulgence kind of energy. You're more in a passionate kind of energy. Why is the Chariot here? They just gave me tons of cards. The Ace of Pentacles in reverse, the Wheel of Fortune, and the Queen of Pentacles. It's almost like this person, in one way, they don't want to lose an opportunity with you. And they feel like they're very fortunate to even be able to kind of ground anything with you. But for some of you, this person questions people from your past and why things never worked out with people from the past. They may also compare themselves to people from your past. Interesting. Taurus, and all the fixed signs are here. Leo, Aquarius, Scorpio. What am I missing? Taurus, already said that, didn't I? Okay, let's keep going. High Priestess, Pisces energy, High Priestess. Libra as well, Queen of Swords, High Priestess. Oh my gosh, they're giving me so many cards. This never happens with this deck. Wow. Makes sense. What's hidden? What's the unknown? What's this here? The High Priestess energy. Strength in reverse, the Emperor in reverse, and the Hermit in reverse. This person, whoever has hurt this person in the past, I don't feel like they're fully healed from that, obviously. And they feel very vulnerable about that. They do not feel like they have... This is someone that's still kind of... This is someone that's very... I'm getting like a really kind of shy energy to this person. Like someone that's in their shell. And it has to do with hurt and pain that they've experienced. And being very kind of closed off to that. This person, if they're showing you someone different, or at times they do, when they do, they're giving it everything they have. It takes them a lot to come out of their shell. I think sometimes this person could spend some time away from you or kind of pull away from you at times because they feel like your energy is so strong and theirs is quite the opposite. So it takes some time for them they have to have some like downtime in order to gain their strength again, you know, to be around you in that kind of way. Because you may be kind of, your personality may be just strong. And it's just something that they aren't or not used to. Anything else? Anything else I'm missing here? What else is this Queen of Cups here for? Is there anything over here I'm missing with this Queen of Cups? Yes. There's your King of Swords. Five of Cups in reverse. So this person's coming out of something here. The Seven of Wands in reverse with the King of Swords. So your King and Queen are here. No. Well, yeah, they are. This deck, I forget, has two kings. So this is more like the feminine king and the masculine type king. But we're talking about why is the Queen of Cups here. So the Seven of Wands is about kind of letting your guard down. Not being so defensive. Opening yourself up. And it's on top of this King of Cups. I mean, it goes back to here as well. It's just, this person over time, I feel like is going to be giving to you more over time. But I think that they also feel like you've let your guard down really easy with this person. And it's made them feel very emotionally connected to you. And they don't know how to give you that. And they don't feel like they can fully give you that back because they are someone that feels very guarded. And I think this person is kind of in a way saying, I'm still kind of healing here. If you could just give me some time. Yeah, look at this. They could have had a relationship where they lost everything. Or you both could have, but they could have had something that had a long-term relationship that didn't work out, and they were left out in the cold in that relationship in some kind of way. And going on to something else is something that, you know, they didn't have a choice in that relationship. They were literally kind of just left in the cold, and they're still kind of processing that. They're still kind of getting out of how that wasn't what they expected it to be. And that kind of sits on this relationship a little bit, because it is what is keeping them guarded. It's what's keeping them held back. Even though they do feel like they can be open with you, it's too scary to do that right now, because I think whatever they went through was so kind of abrupt or so significant that it's just going to take some time. They're moving. They're making forward movement here with you, but it's just slow moving energy. Seeing things as a fortune and not wanting to lose this opportunity is part of what's pushing them. Okay, what would this person say to you, pile 3? That was fast. Past love. So they do feel this connection here with you as being something very intense, but like I said, I think they feel like you're intense. I don't know how to feel. Yeah. In that moment, I didn't care. So if there was a conflict of some sort, this is someone that does not express fully because of that fear, right? Of getting too close and then losing it. And not knowing for sure if you are who you say you are, kind of the way you act and everything else, or if you really care about them, we'll see them in the way that you say, because it is so intense. Could it be real? You know? And it could have held inside of them and come out in a way. When we do that, when we tend to do that, hide our emotions in a kind of way, when something does come up where we feel any kind of like, especially jealousy, or, which is something I saw earlier, but any kind of emotion that we don't like, you know, very much, and it comes across very, especially anger, mad about something in some kind of way, it can come out in a way and you're not paying attention to how you're coming across to anyone. That's when you really see people's like true colors, you know, in a way of what they've been holding inside of them. That's kind of what I'm feeling here, like we talked about. I knew exactly what I was doing. This person may have been, okay, I'm getting a weird message, but I'm going to say it. This person may have been spying on you in some kind of way, and they gathered information that maybe not have been fully the truth, and they were like looking for the wrong in you. This person was looking, because it's almost like they kind of want to prove themselves right in a way, that you aren't who you say you are, or something to do with that. It's like this person's constantly looking for why they shouldn't trust you. And it's not because they don't want to trust you. It's like they just feel like it's too good to be true, right? It's like a self-sabotaging energy, but we both know I'm not the one for you. We talked about this. This person doesn't feel like they're good enough for you, really. I mean, I know you don't feel the same. So it's like no matter what you say to this person, they don't fully believe you. And it doesn't have anything to do with you and how you're coming across or how you're saying it. It's about this person and how they're seeing themselves. I hope you're happy for me. Not really sure about that one. I just had a lot come out. I hope you're happy for me. Not sure about that one. Hold on just a second. We have I hide my feelings, which is 2 messages I'm getting from that. One of them is, obviously, this person's hiding their feelings. We just talked about that. But the other part is, this person could be hiding how they feel about a past situation with themselves or with you. Just kind of hiding how they fully feel about that, especially if you have someone from the past. This could even be someone around you that this person's just not fully telling you how they feel about that person. But I hope that you're happy for me. It's almost like, I don't really know what I'm getting from that. I guess that may just look a little different for everybody. What is that about? I hope that you're happy for me. Maybe this person is, what is it on top of here? Strength in the Emperor. It's almost like this person may sometimes, guys, be careful of this. I don't think that they know that they're doing it. But at times, this person could say things or do things to try to get an initial reaction out of you, to see if you are being completely honest with who you are and how you feel about them. And it could come across in a way of, well, let me give you an example. If someone wants to know how you really feel about them, they'll try to make you jealous. And if you get jealous, that says everything, right? But it comes across in a way of, they weren't trying to make you jealous. They were just telling you about, someone else, or telling you what happened. It's like saying, hey, this person hit on me. To see how your partner feels about that. And then be like, okay, well. That kind of energy is something I'm feeling. It's like a button pusher, so just be careful of that. It's not coming from this person trying to bring up issues or problems. It's coming from this person trying to kind of manipulate you into a way of expressing your true self, because they don't know that if what you're showing is your true self, and it's coming from their insecurities, not yours. Okay? I don't need your approval. So this person may have been someone that has kind of told you they need a break from you, or they need to kind of take rest from you, or they don't need to be around you all the time, or something to this nature about needing to even think about things. And you may be someone that's pressuring them, or they see you as someone that's kind of trying to give them guidance on something. And it's coming across like this person's saying, I'm independent in a way, and I don't really need you to kind of express all these things to me. I can kind of figure this out on my own. And again, this person could have came from a past relationship or something to this nature where they felt like they were always trying to have to prove their worth, which is why they don't feel fully worthy. That's the stimulating issue here for this person. I'll wait for a sign from you. Yeah. This person, and it's right on top of what we talked about with this person not fully opening up or giving you their emotional self, because they're waiting. They're waiting to kind of see who you are. And this is someone that requires a lot of time to open up to someone else. They really have to give themselves time to understand what kind of person you are and if they can trust you, kind of energy here. Okay, let's see about future energies. What's that going to be like? Future energies. Future energies. What are future energies here for pile 3? So there's commitment right on top of devotion here. So we have agreed upon mutual union. Sexual union. There's a strong, passionate, physical connection. Future energies. Socialize. Interactions with others. So you could be the two of you could be kind of putting yourselves more out there, more out into the open, as far as you having a relationship goes. So you could be someone that you're starting to kind of, socialize with other people and not just be the two of you. This could even look at the way of kind of exposing yourself to everyone that you are in this union here together, so that you can bring more balance to the situation. That just went on the floor. Hope is at the bottom of the deck. And then you also have the Wheel of Fortune, which unfortunately was on the floor. And I think that's kind of an omen, to be honest with you, in a way. It's like having that opportunity, because the Wheel of Fortune is that fortunate opportunity, right? When things come into alignment, you see this as something great. But knowing that it is that kind of opportunity that's there, and taking advantage of that is something that's here. I think this is just something that the two of you want. I mean, these are really good energies that I'm seeing as overall future energies. Let's get some more detail about them. I don't know why. With you guys, I want to pull something different. So that means there's a different kind of message here. Let's see. These are the, what are these called? Island Time Wellness Love Oracles. I feel like the two of you want to stay committed to the union that you share. And I think that you'll become more social, not only with others and kind of putting yourself out there, that you're in kind of a relationship here to whatnot, but also it's just kind of being more social with one another. And then feeling kind of like all things are coming together. Things are starting to align, and there's hope here when it comes to this relationship. Maybe things will work out for the best. Give me an overall energy for a ring, future energy for ring, clarify ring. 2 cards. Look at that. The Runner and Keys on a Ring. Runner in a codependent relationship, fear of intimacy, guys, and listening to your ego. Many options, decision, unconditional. This is about you trying to commit to this person, and this person, guys, is someone that's more of a runner because they have this fear of being intimate. And you kind of staying committed and devoted, like we talked about, to this person, making that decision. Possibly to even be in a committed connection with this person where it's not fully, you're not fully committing to a relationship, because that does say unconventional. I'm not going to try to say it again. I'm just going to embarrass myself. What else about sexual union? Clarify sexual union, future energies. Kisses, yeah. Unconditionally loving, giving and receiving affection, and falling in love. I think that this connection is only going to develop stronger as time goes by. The physical part of this connection, especially if this person's not kind of being fully intimate or fully open with you, the longer time goes by and the more open this person will be, then the better, then the more intimate or more better that sexual union is going to be. You know, it just takes time for that to kind of come into fruition, because especially if you're fearful of someone, it's hard for you to be intimate when you're in a, experiencing that full-fledged intimacy. You have to fully be trustworthy of the other person to open yourself up in that kind of way. And I think this is something that this is going to increase over time. It's just taking this person some time to give back or kind of allow themselves to receive that from you. It's like they're coming out of their shell more and more as time goes by. Socialize. Woo! Up in the air, stabbed in the back, heartbreak, pain, separation, deception, and shocking attack. There could be people around that you may be kind of afraid of how they may see this connection, or what else do you mean by that? There's something else I'm missing. Can you give me one more for that? I think you'll be overcoming this. Can you give me one more for stabbed in the back? Seduction. Affection, flirting, dating, hooking up, temptation, third-party interference. Okay. For some of you, this person, I feel like maybe kind of still kind of worried about any kind of outside influence that's here. Could be someone from your past or anything to this nature. And how being around that other person and how, attraction. It's almost like there may be a situation where you have to be confronted with that, and this person has to be straight up confronted with that. And I think this person's still kind of afraid of how you're seeing your past person, if that's someone that you're still attracted to. And if they don't feel good enough, this is going to always be kind of an issue. They're always going to feel pain from that if you feel so attracted to that past person. They're always going to think about that if they don't feel that within themselves, if they don't feel good enough within themselves. And that's something I think that's going to have to eventually find some kind of balance. I mean, I think this is just going to constantly be something that y'all have to work on in this connection. But if you're willing to commit and stay devoted to this person and work through this issue, you know, it just depends on what y'all want. Wheel of Luck, clarify. Karmic relationship. Yeah, thanks, Spirit. So I called it right there in the beginning, guys. Yeah, look at that. Heartbroken and love is at the bottom of the deck. And this is what this whole reading's about. It's about y'all both kind of getting over heartbreak and learning to love again. And this is that karmic relationship, you know, fleeting triggers. This is what's going to happen here. Learning lessons, letting go and loving you. Yep. Things will, I feel like, come into alignment with this person. There's some lessons that are going on here with you and this person. You are getting a different perspective of yourself. And this person is getting a different perspective of feeling love again, you know, and opening themselves, and how all this stuff from the past is causing conflicts in this connection. There is hope here. I really feel like for some of you, there's something to do with an ex, that whether or not you still have feelings for an ex, or there's an ex still involved, or something to this nature that is like, I feel like part of what's keeping this connection in a unknown kind of place. This person kind of held back in some kind of way. But there is hope here. And it's just, guys, it's just because it comes across as karmic does not mean that it's not going to last. That does not mean, I'm sorry, that's my opinion. I mean, I know everybody kind of has like a different opinion on all those, and I think that that's great. Everybody needs different opinions. But the way that I'm seeing it and the way I'm seeing this, just because it is karmic doesn't mean that you can't kind of get past those karmic situations. It's not easy, but if you feel like this is someone that you just want to devote yourself to, that you feel like in your heart is someone that's meant for you, then go for it. I mean, don't ever lose a chance to love. Don't ever lose a chance to love someone. Okay. Or feel love. I'm going to get one of these, and then I'll get a postcard from Spirit, and we'll get some initials and key cards. I guess we'll take those two. They just want to pop out. I wasn't even looking when that happened. Okay. Look at that. Connections. Okay. And we have Archangel Hanuel, I think is how you say that. Joys, blessings, and intuition. Yeah, and partnership, contract, and commitment. Guys, this is number 29, which is the number 11. I said 11 in your reading, if you remember. The number 15 is the devil. So this is, again, that karmic relationship. You releasing those toxicities from past relationships, and this being someone that you can find this blessing with. This listening to your intuition when it comes to this partnership and how you feel. And look at that emerald in her hand. You know, it's just like knowing that there's value here. And things can change, and it's like a birthing kind of a new idea into your world, and wanting to kind of stay committed to that and work on that is something that's here. Seeing it as a blessing. It's almost like past relationships too, you know, almost like, you know what, at the end of this, I feel like you can look back and say, you know, it's almost kind of a blessing that we both experienced similar toxic relationships or similar situations, even though they weren't the best past situations to be in, because they both led us to one another. And I wouldn't feel it the same way. You wouldn't feel the same way, and we wouldn't be able to connect that way between the two of us. Who knows if we ever would have connected. Seeing that as a blessing eventually later in life in this relationship is something that's possible here. But doubt cancels abundance. So you have to make sure you remember that. And passion's here. So definitely the passion will be building. If you don't feel like it's been fully present, or you feel like it's there, but this person's holding back, that's something that's going to be kind of something that grows through this relationship. Here, breathe. And look at that. Appreciate self. Yeah, this is definitely this person's learning to appreciate their self for sure. Is this thought useful? So think about when you think about certain things. Sometimes in this connection, I feel like you could think about, am I doing something wrong? You know, am I saying or doing something wrong, or could I do better or whatever? Sometimes you can't. Sometimes you can only do what you do. And then it's the other person that has that insecurities that's there, and they kind of have to go through that and figure that out themselves. I do feel like it would help a little bit if you could just slow down and allow things to kind of unfold more naturally. I feel like you may be kind of pushing this person a little bit. Just kind of wanting them to see things in a certain kind of way. That's not going to resonate for everybody, but you'll know if that's your message. So we have sea here. Take to the sea. I'm losing my voice, guys. I have no more coffee. Great. Almost done. So we have sea. So take to the sea. So things will come to a more calmer place with you and this person. I feel like there's a lot of releasing. This is like a connection when you first get together. It at first is a lot, and then but you just don't want to let that person go. But then I feel like the longer it goes, like the better the connection gets. This is kind of what I'm feeling here. No, I don't mean anything, guys. If this person is, there's anything about this person that is, I mean, use your own common sense, and then your own intuition. Don't be in anything that's abusive or anything like that. We also have body here, B-O-D-Y. And this brings me back to this person and how they see themselves, especially with sexual union here. So that could be something this person feels self-conscious about themselves in some kind of way. Yeah, and I just saw cow here. Oh, yeah. I think that this person may have some problems they may tell themselves some really negative things. That's why it's so hard for them to kind of believe you if you see them in such a great way. We have the star, so hopes and wishes, a wish come true. You seeing this as a wish of something that you wanted that's happening. We have the heart here, so a wish and love. So CODAWJE. Code is here. It's like a code. You have to get to this person through code. It would be hard to kind of tell. I feel like this person, and we have Jean here too, maybe significant. W-I, please be N. No. But we do have win. B. What else do we have? We have bone. Give a dog a bone. I don't know why I said that, but there you go. Give a dog a bone. I don't even know what that means, but whatever. What else? We could spell jealousy. I don't have an L, but I mean, it's part of what came out in your reading, so there you go. I do feel like that will change one day. They just have to get used to you. They have to be able to build a relationship here with you, you know? Okay, guys, I'm going to hold this up so y'all can see. And I'm going to leave it here. It's a pretty long one. So if you haven't voted on my 5-day giveaway, if you don't mind, would you please go and do that on my community page? On YouTube, just go to my channel and then click on the tab that says community, and it will be right there. Just vote which deck you feel like you want to see in the 5-day giveaway. I would much appreciate it. I'm gonna close that on the 10th, so I need to get those votes in. And yeah, that's all I have. Thanks, guys. Here you go. So thanks for being here. Thanks for all your love. I hope this helps. And Thanks for all your support and kindness, and I hope to see you guys soon.